Today's video is covering the number one thing I wished my loan officer had explained to me when I bought my first home. One of the biggest payment surprises Michigan homebuyers face doesn't come from their interest rate. It comes from property taxes after they move in. And if you don't understand this before you buy, it can lead to a major escrow shortage and a higher monthly payment down the road. Hey everyone, I'm Joe Bastien, VP of Sales with West Michigan Mortgage, and I lead a team of loan officers who help buyers understand the full cost of homeownership, not just the mortgage payment. Today we're opening up another major home buying black box, especially for first-time homebuyers here in Michigan. What really happens to property taxes after you buy a home, and why they often change the year after purchase. Why buyers are caught off guard. Most buyers look at the tax amount on the listing or the seller's tax bill and assume that's what my taxes will be. In Michigan, that's not often true. And this misunderstanding is one of the biggest reasons new homeowners experience unexpected payment increases in their second year. The seller's taxes usually aren't your taxes. What uncapping means in plain English. Michigan has a property tax rule called uncapping. Here's a simple version. When a home is sold, the taxable value resets to reflect the property's current market value. That taxable value is no longer protected by the previous owner's cap. So, when ownership changes, the tax cap is removed or uncapped, and the property is reassessed. Buying a home resets the tax clock. Why this can cause a big jump in your taxes. If a home hasn't changed ownership in 10, 15, or 20 years, the taxable value may be far lower than today's market value. The previous owner's taxes may look very affordable, but the tax amount doesn't transfer to the new buyer. When the home is reassessed after purchase, the taxable value can jump significantly, especially in a market where home values have increased. Long-held homes often see the biggest tax increases after sale. How this impacts your monthly payment. Here's where this really hits home. Your initial mortgage payment is often based on estimated taxes or the seller's current tax bill. But once the county reassesses the property the following year after the sale, the tax amount updates. Your escrow account adjusts, and if the tax increases, you may see an escrow shortage. That can cause a one-time shortage payment, a higher monthly payment, or sometimes both. This usually isn't a mistake, it's just the system catching up. Escrow shortages usually come from tax changes, not lender error. Why first-time buyers are hit the hardest. First-time buyers are especially vulnerable to this because they've never experienced reassessment. They budget based on the initial payment, and they don't expect changes a year later. That's why this conversation needs to happen before you buy, not after. What happens after taxes are uncapped? The part most buyers miss. Now here's the really important part, and this is good news. Once your home is reassessed after purchase and the taxes are uncapped, Michigan property tax law actually protects the homeowners moving forward. After that first reassessment year, your home's taxable value is capped again. Future increases are limited. In most cases, taxable value can only increase by the rate of inflation or 5%, whichever is lower. That cap is designed to protect homeowners from dramatic year-over-year increases, even if property values continue to rise. Uncapping happens once future increases are capped. Why this still needs to be planned for. So, let's be clear. The biggest tax adjustment usually happens after the year you buy. That's when the taxable value resets. After that, Michigan law limits how fast taxes can rise. This doesn't mean taxes never increase, but it does mean the biggest surprise is usually a one-time adjustment, not a reoccurring one. How a good lender helps you prepare. This is where education and planning make a huge difference. A proactive lender will explain uncapping upfront, estimate future taxes based on your purchase price, help you understand possible payment changes, and plan escrow properly from the start. It's not about scaring buyers, it's about setting accurate expectations. What buyers can do right now. If you're planning to buy in Michigan, here's what you should do. Ask how your taxes are being estimated. Ask what reassessment could look like. Budget with future taxes in mind. Don't assume the seller's tax bill applies to you. These questions protect you long after closing. And remember, ultimately it's up to your local county and city tax authorities to reassess the taxes, so even your lender's best estimation is not going to be 100% accurate. So here's the big takeaway. In Michigan, property taxes often change after you buy, not at closing. Understanding uncapping and the tax cap that follows can prevent payment shock, escrow shortages, and unnecessary stress down the road. At West Michigan Mortgage, our team believes great lending starts with great education. If you're buying your first home or buying again and want to understand how property taxes will really impact your payment, we're always happy to help. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next week on West Michigan Mortgage Weekly.